Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to another reaction, as today I'll be reacting to the first episode of the highly anticipated Marvel show Loki, and I'm looking forward to it because it's Marvel. It's a new entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I just want to get right into it. So without further ado, let's get it started. Now, my ears and eyes have heard and seen that Kevin Feige said that Loki's going to have a much bigger impact on the MCU than we might be expecting, so I'm guessing he's probably gonna mess around with the timeline a little. But I mean, I gotta be honest with you, with this whole multiverse thing, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Because of, like, if a character dies, I mean, we could be like, oh, well, we can just bring it back from another universe, so. But I'm guessing this phase is going to be all about, like, kind of closing that multiverse. I'm hoping that happens, because then the deaths won't be as impactful, because here we are, a Loki show, and he's died, like, 3 times? So we're staying on Earth, at least for now. Interesting. Flying into, like, Aquaman, the Sahara Desert. I love that he goes on top of a rock. Such a nice character. It's great.
Now get out of my way.
It didn't really look like she made contact there, but...
You're now moving at 1/16 speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
Pretty sick weapon. Wouldn't mind getting one of those for me. P.O. box address down in the description. These guards are, like, pretty insanely powerful with their weapons. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, if you were to put these guards against, like, Wakandans or, like, Asgardians, and they lose the fight, you can just rewind it, see where it went wrong, and improve, and so on and so forth. This robot looks like he's out of E.T., or not E.T., Wall-E. Oh!
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said. What?
Everything you've ever said.
Sign this too.
This is absurd.
That's funny. Do they even do signatures on Asgard?
Miss Minutes. There was a vast multiversal war. Countless unique timelines battled each other for supremacy, nearly resulting in the total destruction of, well, everything. But then the all-knowing timekeepers emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline. But sometimes people like you veer off the path the timekeepers created. We call those variants, which left unchecked could branch off into madness.
The multiverse of madness. I was not expecting to find out all this new lore in this episode. Like, that was like some pretty major information that little clock told us. Alright. I dig that intro.
Wait, stand down!
Is he about to do a Men in Black little thing there? Oh, no. Playing handpan? I'm down.
Really? And who should we have?
I suspect the Avengers. You see, I only came into possession of the Tesseract because they travelled through time. No doubt in a last-ditch effort to stave off my ascent to God King.
That is interesting, though. That...
Here to talk about the Avengers.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh.
What they did was supposed to happen. You escaping.
Thank you for answering that. I was wondering why... Like, why they wouldn't run into them, but it just answered it.
According to who?
Whoa. Look at that world. Looks like something out of Star Wars. I can just see Anakin dropping from car to car. Wow. I must say I really like the music too, by the way.
It's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA. What does that mean? You'll catch up.
I hope so. Or else I'll be completely lost. Oh. It's like having your own little time stone.
The most oppressive lie ever uttered was the Song of Freedom.
How's that one go?
For nearly every living thing, choice breeds shame and uncertainty and regret. There's a fork in every road, yet the wrong path always taken.
big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart. I am
It
smart.
really does. It's like you have to keep up with what he's saying. It's like talking to Mark Zuckerberg. Not that I know him. I've just seen the movie about him like a million times.
It is all the same to you.
It's like showing LeBron a replay of him being eliminated in the first round. Come on, man. Why you gotta show us the only, well, I was about to say the only real death, but he had his own show, which I didn't watch.
A liberator.
Of eyeballs, maybe.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Oh, this is the scene from the trailer. I thought this was gonna be like, a part of the journey, a part of the story, not like a flashback. Well, it is a part of the story, but not as, I didn't think it was gonna be a part of a flashback.
Miss,
Yes, Mr. Cooper.
you might want to take a look at that note.
I'm not gonna lie, I could see Hiddleston as like a, I could see him as a James Bond, or maybe like as a action hero with class that's maybe similar to Bond.
Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
It was just me, or did the aspect ratio just change? Oh, there goes like half the money. Yeah, it did change.
What is it that you think that you're really running from?
Enough.
I feel like we're really gonna go in deep with this Loki character here throughout this show. I feel like we're gonna see a different side of him.
And then the Dark Elves attack the palace, and I think you send them to Thor.
You might want to take the stairs to the left.
But instead, you send them...
Oh, Naruto.
That's rough. I never realized that, probably because I haven't seen the movie since like 5 years.
You're lying. It's not true.
Yeah, I never realized that. He's part of the reason that she died.
Do you enjoy killing? I'll kill you. What, like you did your mother? Or the time twister just loops you, not the furniture.
So why can't furniture be moved? I'm actually kind of curious about that, because I don't see why it couldn't. It was a good dialogue scene. Liked it a lot. I'm telling you, we're gonna go in deep with this character.
Good stuff in there.
Lost another unit.
What does that mean?
Wish you had interrupted us.
Me? It's my fault.
Look, he can't have gotten
Kind of.
Hey.
Hey.
What's your name?
Casey.
What's your name?
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey. What?
Ooh, what? Thanos spends his whole life just going through so much trying to get these stones. Meanwhile, Casey behind the desk has like 30 of each. Loki about to cry? I'm telling you, I really think the score for this show, it feels sci-fi, and I think it fits the character. It just does. Also in the moments where it's like really emotional, it's also really good there. Like right now.
I love you, my sons.
That scene's so good.
Okay, I thought the world of you.
That scene was also really good.
You're not so bad after all, brother.
Guy just wanted to be loved at the end of the day. Uh-oh. Can you imagine watching your own death like that? Ooh. It's rough. Oh. Okay. Okay. Don't go hand to hand with the god of mischief over here. I wonder how that would feel. But where'd he send her though? Did he send her like in the sunken place or something? Oh, that's where he sent her.
Fugitive variant's been killing our Minutemen.
And you need the god of mischief to help you stop them.
That's right. Variant we're hunting is... you.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not gonna lie, the score kind of actually has a hint of like Game of Thrones medieval times. Like Thor Dark World, which I also really like.
Boyle, think some jackass found himself a time machine, came back here to get rich.
We're about to go into Killers of the Flower Moon right here.
Just for it, let's bail.
Someone's out there.
Very mysterious. Come on, you guys have time on your side, literally, and you stand there to get burnt by fire. feel like you guys could have escaped that. Is that Loki? Or, no, it's not. I don't know, but I'll tell you. That was a good start. Alright, so I am happy to say that Loki started off on the right foot, as I think this first episode was a good first episode for this Loki show, and I am glad that this episode went deeper into the Loki character and showed more of his vulnerable side, which we've seen glimpses of throughout the MCU, but we've seen more of his, I want to rule the world, the galaxy, whatever. We don't often get to see his more vulnerable side, and I like that they showed more of that in this episode, especially because we've already spent so much time with this character. It's good to see more of a side of this character that we don't really get to see often. And I could see how this story is going to greatly impact Phase 4 and the overall storyline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And overall, I don't have a lot of complaints with this episode. I mean, the performances were really good. I think this is probably one of Tom Hiddleston's best performances as Loki, maybe even his best. I thought the writing and the dialogue was quite good, especially between Hiddleston and Wilson, who was also really good in the episode. The production design was nice and unique in a couple of scenes, like where Loki gets his little ticket thing before he changes into his prison costume, I believe, like with all the lights and then the old-fashioned TV. I thought that looked pretty cool. And the courtroom, which actually felt pretty reminiscent of Thor Ragnarok with the three heads, kind of like the Contest of Champions. I think it's called the Contest of Champions. I don't know, I'll just correct myself if I'm wrong. I was just waiting for Jeff Goldblum to walk out. I'm sure that would have been a nice surprise. And the cinematography, quite good as well, no complaints there. And I'm in for this journey with Loki, the God of Mischief. Hopefully it's fun, hopefully it's a lot of fun. And with that being said, tell me down in the comment section below of what you think of this first episode of Loki, and are you looking forward to what happens next in his journey? In his journey? On his journey? In his journey, yes. In his journey. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because that is very important. You can also follow me at the1mancrew68 on Instagram, or at addamovieman on Letterboxd or Twitter. And as always in every single video, look out for the next video or review. And peace.